land of the blade. I'm actually seeing much more speed than Piper and Paul. Really good skating skills. Well, so much was spoken about the top 4 teams, the front runners coming into this event. Evgenia LOPAREVA and Jeffrey Brissot were just delighted to have made the cut as one of the Grand Prix finalists this season. But I actually think, Ted, that there were aspects in that, and skating skills and speed and unique novelty that really should put them in contention.
It's a completely different program. It was intense, but it was so beautifully presented. I think that the choreographer would be happy with what they had done here tonight.
And it is interesting, they've spoken about their work with the Olympic champion Guillaume Césarin, and this is such a different departure really for what Guillaume and his partner Gabriela Papadakis were so renowned for, but they've got a concept, and they've got a unique concept that separates them from others, and they said that Guillaume would give them so much creativity, they could only really take 50% of what he had to offer to them, and they're left with some brilliance.
At this number, this performance or this program perhaps fits them best. Others may not be able to do that.
Yes, and it allows them you know, they've come in as one of the top 6 teams in the world. This as a vehicle will make them memorable. And the way that Lila Fear and Luce Gibson used some unique music choices to give them a bit of a reputation. Eugenia and Jeffrey, you know what was amazing about this? The stationary lift, the choice of his leg extension to increase the difficulty to go with the music should push the GOE. And every fiber of her being was engaged in this straight line lift. She's so committed to the position. And you know, this team training now with Roxane Petitan and the Ice Academy in Montreal, but they've previously had lots of other influences, including Russian Technique and Alexander Zulin and different coaches en route to this. And we're seeing the product of all those wonderful influences, which perhaps is what separates them from some of the other teams that have the same. That's just masterful, that command of a right leg extension over his head to seamlessly reconnect.
It seemed like there was not one part of the body out of place. Very intense.
Really intense, and not everybody's, you know, cup of tea. Some might enjoy watching the lyrical pieces that are, you could argue, safer or more traditional. But they've got a unique concept that is working because they have worked so hard at it to get it to this point.
121.53 is their season's best. We'll see if this score comes close to that. They'll need a little bit more to beat Piper and Paul in the free program, but we'll see. It's a 118.93. That is second in the free program for Evgenia and Jeffrey, with a total competition score of 195.91, and that'll put them currently in the second place. And they look okay.
There's an acceptance.
Yeah. An acceptance, maybe a higher desire.
Of course.